Let's see the advantage of vegetative propagation. Advantages of vegetative propagation in sexual reproduction is complex process, whereas in asexual vegetative propagation is a simple process. Sexual depends upon outside agents for seed dispersal. No outside agents are needed for asexual vegetative propagation. Slow growth of young plants to mature. Asexual rapid growth. Sexual wasteful, example petals, pollen, fruits are wasted. Whereas asexual, there is no wastage in asexual vegetative propagation. Let's see vegetative propagations and vegetative propagation, artificial method. Now, what is artificial methods? Artificial methods are those which could be done by cutting, layering, grafting, and budding. So, vegetative propagation artificially can be done by cutting, layering, grafting, and budding. These are basically used by gardeners to propagate their plants. Let's see one by one. The first one is cutting. Parts of a plant, usually the shoots, removed from plant allowed it to form new roots and leaves. Okay, we cut the plants, remove from the parent plant and allow to grow into new roots and leaves. Look at the diagram that they have given. A part of the plant has been removed from the plant and it has been kept in this glass, and slowly and steadily, eventually with time, this new plant has started growing to form new root and leaves. Rooted in water, well watered, compost or rooting powder. It could be done using cuttings, can be done using rooted in water. The roots could be kept inside the water as it could be seen in the glass. Well watered compost, okay, or rooting powder. Example, busy lizzie, geranium. These are few plants which could be done. There are others also. Artificial propagation, look at this cutting, how this geranium could be done. Cut here and remove the lower leaves. Dip in rooting powder. Okay, dip in rooting powder. And then you can put some compost. New roots start forming in the compost. So this way an artificial propagations by cutting can be done by a small part of the plant. Now let's see grafting. Now what is grafting? Part of one plant is removed and attached to a healthy rooted part of a second plant. Now a part of one plant, look at what is stalk and what is secon. The stalk and secon. So part of one plant is removed and attached to a healthy rooted part of a second plant. Useful qualities from both plants can be combined into one. Example, rose flower and a thornless stem. Example, apple trees. Look how the artificial grafting is been done. Stalk. The lower part is called a stalk and the upper part is called as a secon. See how it has been cut and placed into a new plant and how it has been binded. Look at the diagram, how the binding has been done. It supports and seals and graft from infection. Okay, with the help of a cloth or thread, that part is being sealed. So there is no infection to this grafting plant. See the steps it has been shown. Make a slice in the stalk. Make a cut in the secon at the same angle as the stalk cut. Cut end of secon. Slide secon into stalk with growth layers facing and bind the joint with tape. Or you can use a cloth. Next, layering. A branch of a plant is bent over and pinned to the earth at a node. When roots develop, the branch is separated from the parent plant. Useful for the propagation of woody plants. Example, blackberry, gooseberry. So, how this has been done? Layering. A branch of a plant is bent. Look at the diagram. A branch of the plant is bent over and pinned to the earth at a node. when roots develop, the branches is separated from the parent plant. Look at the diagram. Okay, a branch of a plant is bent over and pinned to the earth at a node. When roots develop, the branch is separated from the parent plant. This is useful for blackberry and gooseberry. Now let's see the other one, micropropagation, tissue culture. Next, now what is micropropagation? Cells removed from plant and grown as a tissue culture in a special medium. Okay, growth regulators and nutrients are added so that growing cells form a group of similar cells called as callus. So what is micropropagation? Micropropagation, in that the cells are removed from the plant and they have been cultured. Okay, they have been grown as a tissue culture in a special medium. Okay, like for example, in a petri dish, agar has been kept, or agarose gel has been kept. On that, on that required culture has been put, and slowly and steadily, then in that culture medium, the cell starts growing. Certain growth regulators, certain nutrients are added to that growing cells to form a group of similar cells, and this group of similar cells are called as callus. Different growth regulators are then added so that the tissue develops into a plantlet. Plantlet can be divided up again to produce many identical plants. The entire plant can be grown from a small piece of stem, leaf, or root tissue. Micropropagation is used in mass production of house plants and crops such as bananas and strawberries. Okay, now micropropagation tissue culture, it provides a large number of plants more quickly than cutting. Okay, it can be used to check cells for a particular feature, like example resistance to chemicals or a particular disease. So this tissue culture could be used in research purpose also. It could be used for research purpose. Okay, so it provides larger number of plants more quicker than cutting. That's one of the benefit. It can be used to check cells for a particular feature, like say for example, if this particular plant is resistant to so and so chemical or so and so disease or not. Okay, let's see this carrot. This is a cultured nutrient medium, small. Okay, in that cultured nutrient solution, small pieces are been taken, tiers of root. Then look over here, this cells being divided, the cells which have been put inside, they starts dividing slowly. Embryo starts developing, embryos gets converted into seedling gets converted into an adult carrot plant. So this is how, through a tissue culture medium, adult carrot can be grown. This has been grown by the tissue of the carrot through the cultured nutrient solution or nutrient medium. Okay, cloning. Okay, we'll cover up this cloning and then we'll end up with the session. All offspring genetically identical produced asexually. What is cloning? What are clones? All offspring genetically identical which are produced asexually are called as cloning. How are they produced? They are produced by mitosis. All the offsprings from the various methods of vegetative propagation, both natural and artificial, mentioned are the examples of clones. Okay. Thank you, students. Go through this, and if you have any queries, drop your queries, drop your questions on my WhatsApp. Okay. Take care. Stay safe. Stay home.